Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I would like to invite all of you at meeting number 327 of our Speakers Day and Toastmaster Club. My name is Toastmaster Venkatesh Kumar and I will be the subject at arms in today's meeting. To officially start and run the meeting smoothly, here are some ground rules to be followed. First, please put yourself on mute when you are not speaking. Second, don't interrupt while someone is speaking. If you were to move during the meeting, please turn off your camera. Third, please be mindful from addressing sex, religion, and politics during the course of the meeting. Fourth, be attentive throughout the meeting. Support and encourage the fellow speakers by turning on your camera, warm smiles, and claps. Use Zoom reaction button to express yourself during the meeting. As you are aware, everyone has a mission in life. Similarly, our Toastmaster has a mission. Our Toastmaster mission is to provide mutually supportive environment so that each member of our club can develop their leadership and communication skills, which in turn boosts their self-confidence and personal growth. To take the meeting forward, I would like to invite Presiding Officer Toastmaster Sankhya.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Venkatesh. Let's give a round of applause for Toastmaster Venkatesh. And very good morning, dear Toastmasters and our guests. So Toastmaster International is a worldwide non-profit educational organization that empowers individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. And Toastmasters International was founded by Dr. Ralph C. Smedley in October 1924, when the first Toastmaster meeting was held at the YMCA in Santa Ana, California. That's almost 100 years back. And that's why we are now observing also the 100 years of the Toastmasters journey. And Speakers Den is a 12 years old club, and which was chartered on 25th September 2012. Now, while we joined the Toastmasters for public speaking, but there are two additional benefits which comes along the way: the leadership and the networking. Because once you are a member, you can start giving speeches, taking up roles across the globe. Now, interestingly, the leadership plays a very, very crucial role in our life, because most of us are already working in corporate or are very closely related of working with the corporate, or will be going to a place where your the corporate might be one of the crucial things, and that's where the leadership plays such a huge role. And today we have a very interesting topic about the leadership, and who can be the best in talking in terms of the leadership is someone who was an ex-president of Speakers Den, who took up multiple roles, whom we always look forward to. He works with Flipkart, but his mind always lies with Toastmasters in various platforms, whether it's in the club level, in the area level, or in the division level. So let's give a round of applause to welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tanmay.
Hello, hi. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's everyone doing today?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Josh is high.
Most of you know me from the previous terms where I have been an active member of Toastmasters. While due to some personal professional commitments, I have not been much active in the last term, but I'm glad to meet all of you who are the member of Speakers Den and Toastmasters overall. We also have some guests joining in, I believe. So I think, Sanjay, are you a guest or a Toastmaster?
Yeah, I'm a guest.
Perfect. So we will keep in mind that we have some guests, we have our own Toastmaster speakers, and we have external Toastmasters as well. And we will be conducting this meeting in an organized manner so that everyone gets to be a part of this meeting today. Now, I know that this is the presiding officer's role, but let me first quickly check for the guest introduction. So Sanjay, if you would be kind enough to introduce yourself, and if possible, come on camera as well. Sanjay, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi. Just a second.
Would it be possible to give a brief introduction in 30 seconds?
Yeah, hi everyone. So I'm Sanjay Mehra, and I'm in Bangalore right now, working as a software engineer at the Kotak Mahindra Bank. Yeah. Done my BTech from NIT Delhi. So yeah, uh, joining this Toastmaster Club to gain some leadership skills. Yeah, that's it.
Well, I guess Sanjay truly encapsulates the feeling of a Toastmaster that he is not just here to improve his communication skill, which is the most common answer that we receive. He mentioned leadership skill. And what better occasion it can be other than today's theme itself, the leadership. So let's kickstart the meeting with one question to everyone in this meeting room. What is leadership? I'm going to take a pause. Everyone feel free to unmute yourself and answer this question. What is
Any-
leadership?
Influencing others.
Leadership.
Influencing others, Venkatesh, you were saying?
Yeah, any task which is given, we have to sustain till the last.
Any task that's given has to be sustained till the last, and that makes a leader, right?
And
Influencing others, as Lalita mentioned. Yes, please go ahead.
yeah,
Motivate
actually,
others.
leader makes others leaders. So if a true leaders always make others leader, the followers also a leader. Like if you see one person who's a leader and wants to make others, or wants who's going away or somebody, he tries to build, and he tries to help others, and also he always goes in the team. A true leader is always go in the team. He will not try to be away from. He will not try to dominate himself. He will always try to be with the people.
Leader is the one who motivates others to become a leader. Anyone else? I heard someone else was also saying something. Akshay, Samita.
Yeah, for me,
Yes, so
sorry, I have
go
not
ahead,
on
go
my
ahead.
camera because it is set for my speech. A leader is the one who sees the goal, not day to day, but where they have to reach, and makes everyone dream of that goal. You have to reach there, so work accordingly.
So leader is the one who aims for a goal. Rightly said, Samita. I heard Akshay was saying something.
Right. Leader is someone who inspire or guide someone to achieve the common vision. Right. That's something kind of leadership.
That's kind of leadership, right, Akshay? The one who guides others towards a common goal, common aim, right? So while each of one has our own definition of a leadership, and as you see, the leadership is a word that is derived from the word leader. So to understand leadership, we first need to understand who is a leader, and all of us, in our own perspective, have mentioned very correctly who is a leader, what is a leader, what makes a leader. If you do a Google search, for example, if you do a Google, just the keyword leadership, you don't find images of a ship or something with a person standing on top like a captain. You find a definition. And the definition states individual who guide, inspire, influence others towards a shared vision is the one who is a leader. Individual who is there not for his own personal glory, but is there for a collective glory of the team as a whole. I am pretty sure like all of you have worked with different folks in your life, like your manager, your team lead, sometimes even your team captains as well, right? And we have met all kind of leaders. There are folks who are very favorable, who have some bias in their judgment. Would you call them a leader? Yes or no?
No.
No. But they are leader in their own regard. It's just that they are selfish leaders. When we ask anyone, what do you mean by leader? An image pops into our mind, and that is always about a unselfish, unbiased person with the charisma to motivate others. That's what we think of a leader. If we talk about a leadership, if I have to ask some examples of leadership, like any example from history, cricket, sports, anywhere, can you give me some names whom you think are a true leader?
Sunil Chetri.
Sunil Chetri, the second highest goal scorer in football history. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, Tanmay, we can hear you now.
Hello, am I audible again?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Apparently, my internet took a lead on me and ditched me without the access to Zoom. So I was asking that everyone has to name at least one leader, and the name should not be repeated. Samita mentioned Sunil Chhetri.
MS
We should
Dhoni.
get, sorry,
MS
MS
Dhoni.
Dhoni. MS
Ratan
Dhoni.
Tata.
Ratan Tata. Now we are getting some names from different industries. Come on, folks. We
Lionel
have two
Messi.
sports, one industrialist. Yes, Venkatesh.
Lionel Messi.
Lionel Messi. He won so many awards.
Elon
Sunil
Musk.
Chhetri.
Sorry? Aditya, you said something?
Sunil Chhetri.
Sunil Chhetri, Samita already mentioned you have to come up with a new name. Dhwani?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. The one who is leading the human as a whole, civilization's race towards Mars, towards populating other planets and making humans an interplanetary species. So we have got 5 names so far, 4 or 5. Sunil Chhetri, MS Dhoni, Ratan Tata, Elon Musk. 4 names. Anyone else? It could be politician, it could be anyone.
Yes,
Swami
Vivekanand. Swami Vivekanand.
Swami Vivekananda, the one who enlightened the human path towards self-realization. Swami Vivekanand, and I had one more name.
Sudhamurthy.
Sudhamurthy.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
APJ Abdul Kalam.
APJ Abdul Kalam. I was waiting for this name, specifically this name, for quite some time, because the person who is revered by almost everyone in India, left wing, right wing, center wing, no wing, chicken wing, doesn't matter. It is APJ Abdul Kalam, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Anyone else? Sanjay, we are waiting for you as a Sanjay, Sankhya, Veena, Apasna.
Indira Nui.
Indira Nui, the PepsiCo president, who was the first woman president of PepsiCo and the Indian woman at that to achieve those heights.
Indira Gandhi.
Indira Gandhi, the one who ruled India with an iron thumb and made sure that all the extremists are exterminated in an orderly fashion.
Sunita Williams.
Sunita Williams. That's great, everyone. We have received at least 12 names, almost similar to the number of people in this meeting. So,
And Narendra Modi.
here. Narendra Modi. Well, people might think that he is someone who is a politician, but if you look at his tactics, he's someone who is actually a true leader. Because as a true leader, if any one of you take any of these examples, true leader is the one who pushes for a common goal. Be it about winning the matches, and be it about winning the politics, be it about winning the human race to interplanetary species. A true leader is the one who influences others, who inspires others. And every one of us who we just named inspires a lot of people. Not one, not two, not 10, not 100, thousands, millions, maybe more. So all of this are the true embodiment of leaders and examples of leadership. But how does leadership comes into Toastmasters? Can anyone tell me what is the motto of Toastmasters?
Where leaders are made.
Where leaders are made. We all heard of Toastmasters. Like, I get a lot of calls about inquiry about joining a Toastmaster club, because I want to improve my public speaking. I want to become a better speaker. But no one says that I want to become a better leader. Even if we look at the entire motto of Toastmaster, it is where leaders are made. So what does that mean? That basically means that leader is the one who has such amazing speech, such amazing personality that they inspire others. When they're speaking, everyone stops to listen to them, because they might say something truly extraordinary to inspire others. And that is what a leader, and that is the relation of leadership with Toastmasters. Now, at this point, I am speaking too much like a politician, so let me take a pause. And if of these this promises of showing you what is leadership, let's just deep dive into how Toastmasters works with leadership. A leader is the one who identifies the right set of people to help him lead. And today, as leader of this meeting, as the facilitator of this meeting, I have a team of folks who are working with me to ensure that today's meeting is a success. So let me first welcome our general evaluator, Toastmaster Lalita. Toastmaster Lalita is a trained HR professional with 10 plus years of experience and has been a great support to speaker and Toastmaster as well since the day she joined. She loves to cook and travel as well, and she has been one of the most cheerful person I have met. You can see her smiling right in your Zoom windows, and don't let that distract her. She is a very strict general evaluator as well. So join me in welcoming Toastmaster Lalita, general evaluator of the day. Toastmaster Lalita, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanmay, for that wonderful introduction. So good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Lalita, and I'm your general evaluator for the day. As a general evaluator, I shall evaluate the entire meeting from start to end. I'll keep an eye on all the activities and give a report at the end of the meeting. To help me in this role, I have the tag team. So I would like to call each one of them to tell what they are going to do in this meeting. So let me introduce you to them. First, we have timer, Toastmaster Nitin.
Lalita, Toastmaster Nitin is facing network issues, so Toastmaster Akshay will be replacing him.
Okay, fine. So then Toastmaster Akshay, can you please introduce your role?
Thanks to Toastmaster Lalita. So as a timer, I'll time the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards, which denote specific time remaining. Those giving speeches should limit their remarks to their specific speech times. Most other speeches should be between 5 to 7 minutes in a length. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At the 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At the 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. The individual evaluations should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At the 2 minute 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At the 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. There would be 30 seconds buffer timing for which no additional card will be displayed. Coming to table topics, the table topic speeches should be between 1 to 2 minutes. At the 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At the 1 minute 30 seconds, we'll raise the yellow card. At the 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. There would be 30 seconds buffer timing would be provided. No additional card will be displayed. I will change my background and just show how I'll be going to change the or raising the red card, green card, yellow card, and red card. Green card, yellow card, and red card. Thank you, Toastmaster Lalita, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshay, for that introduction. Second, we have our counter, Toastmaster Aditya. Aditya, can you please introduce yourself?
Good morning, everybody. And I'm Aditya. And today I am taking a role of accounter. The purpose of the accounter is to note the words and the sounds that is used as clinched and pause filler by anyone who speaks. During this meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, also, so, and you know. I will also listen for a clinch sounds like ah. I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or a phrase such as I, or that means. At the time of end of the meeting, I will give the report with the number of times that each speaker use these expressions. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya, for that introduction. Third, we have grammarian. Again, Toastmaster Akshay, can you please introduce yourself?
Thanks, Dr. Lalita. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language uses. I will take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce for the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is empower. For today's meeting, the word is empower, which means to give someone the authority or power to do something or to make someone stronger and more confident. An example of using the word is a great leader empowers their team by delegating their responsibilities and trusting them to make decisions. I also encourage each speaker to use word of the day. I will share the comprehensive grammarian's report at the end of the meeting. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshay, for your introduction. Thank you, tag team, for the introduction. Please give a big round of applause for the tag team. With this, I would now like to pass on the stage to the TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lalita and the tag team for the introductions and explaining their roles and responsibilities. Now, for the benefit of the guests, I would like to mention that today's meeting will be divided into 3 different parts, plus introductions. The 3 parts would be prepared speeches, which is the first section to begin after this set of introductions. Second section is the table topics, where we would get impromptu table topics, and it is open to guests as well. You're encouraged to speak on a random topic for 1 to 2 minutes. And last section, which is very important for anyone's development, is going to be the feedback session, the evaluation session, where everyone will receive the feedback from their respective evaluators, as well as general evaluator would provide an overall feedback. Now, before going forward toward the first session, I see that we have one more guest, Pratyush. Pratyush, would it be possible for you to unmute yourself and come on video if possible? Introduce yourself to the club in 30 seconds.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for calling me out. My name is Pratyush. I live in Bangalore. Give me a moment. I'm just trying to run video. Yeah, hello, sir.
Yes, now we can see you.
Okay. My name is Pratyush. I've been living in Bangalore for the last 4 years. I came across your advertisement about Toastmasters, and it kind of reminded me of one young orators club that I used to be participating back in when I used to stay in when I still live in Hyderabad. I was associated with the Young Orators Club for at least like 6 months to 1 year, and that was like a very long time back, maybe about 20 years back. I'm curious to know what exactly you have to offer, and I would definitely like to contribute whatever I can to be an active member and also to help other members develop themselves.
Great. Thank you, Pratyush, and I hope you stay till the end of the meeting to get the most benefit out of our meeting today.
Sure, sir.
And you can feel free to reach out to us after the meeting as well if you have any questions.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Definitely. Now moving towards our first section, that is the prepare speech section. This section is only for the Toastmasters, and everyone else can be a guest over here, can join as an observer, as an audience. So now to invite our first speaker, I would first invite the evaluator. The evaluator is someone who is a sales professional. She's an avid reader at heart, and she believes firmly in saying that knowledge sharing is the ultimate form of learning. She loves to meet wonderful people. So if you're not wonderful, I have very bad news for you. If you are wonderful, do not worry. She looks forward to enriching her life with great conversation, and you can be a contributor to that as well. With that, let me invite Toastmaster Veena. Toastmaster Veena, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanmay. Abhishek, my speaker, he is working as principal consultant. He thinks deeply about anything and tries to figure out the root cause of any issue which is mostly related to philosophy of life. Today, he is in L3P3, pursuing dynamic leadership pathway, and the title of his speech is "Why We Attract What We Do."
Thank you, Toastmaster Deep. Timer, please note the timings. That is 5 to 7 minutes. Correct me if I'm wrong, Toastmaster Sheikh, Toastmaster Veena. All right. We'll move towards the first speech. Toastmaster Abhishek, why we attract what we do. Why we attract what we do, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. So, why do we attract what we do, especially negative situations or toxic environment? Anyone, any guest or any Toastmaster? Any idea, any guess? Toastmaster Akshay or Sankhya? Toastmaster Sankhya? Any idea?
Come again, sorry.
About this one, why we attract what we do, especially negative situations or negative environment or toxic people.
It's that, if somebody is really toxic, so it always gives a negative influence on the other people. Some people might try to avoid him, some might try to confront him, or some might say that, okay, this is what it is, so let's accept him.
Okay. So that is fine. Yeah. So it often starts with what we carry. Imagine life with an invisible suitcase, which has echoes of old conversation, past experience, and past anxieties and worries. It's not a metaphor, it's a potent reality, because that shapes how and whom we attract in our life. And it's very important to unpack these emotions, because repeatedly we'll be entangled in the same situation, same toxic environment, same people. To delve, and another thing is, it's like a beacon which attracts and also it resonates with turmoil within us. To be more specific, if you just imagine, you cannot find a fault in another person if that does not exist within you. So that was a very profound line which I read in a book, and which, if you think deeply, when you're very much relaxed, when you're very much comfortable, when you wake up, they will not feel negative more. You will not feel negative about any other people. You will feel more positive, because the situation or turmoil within us is positive. Similarly, when there is turmoil with old echoes of old conversation, old past experience and past worries, anxieties, those things, that resonates and attracts as a magnet. And it attracts as a magnet and tries to attract similar person and similar situation. So let's delve deep into what self-esteem is. So when a person's self-esteem, which is inner confidence, inner belief, is very low, then he doesn't value himself. And when he doesn't value himself, then the people are surrounding to him also, they also don't value that particular person. And then the same person, repeatedly he gets entangled into the same pattern, and the same situation also is able to face. And because of that, he faces same worry, anxiety, and same thing, same loop happens. So it's very important to unpack these emotions, because it will help to lead a comfortable and tension-free, stress-free life. Also, if you try to understand I'll explain with an example. Like I was working in Cognizant in one of the project and with a Microsoft project, and that time what happened that suddenly I had to, there was a meeting going on and that got extended for 1.5 hours. And next day I had to present something and finish one deadline. So in that particular moment, I just got a little bit aggressive when the meeting was going on and I interrupted that we have to finish this task also, how long we can continue in the meeting. So that particular situation, I was very much aggressive and that like I confronted them. So that happened because the past also 2 or 3 times I had done the same thing. And that repeated here also. So the pattern was similar. So same pattern because of emotional baggage, which I carried long back, that repeated here also. To understand more and imagine a world where you have a power when you can say no in a particular situation, in a particular environment. And that leads to our next point, which is power of having boundaries. So why boundaries are important? If you try to imagine, if you have ever had any meeting or any discussion with anyone, so suddenly you just imagine that when someone tells something, then your inner awareness, your energy changes. So power of boundary gives us flexibility to be comfortable and to say no when we are not comfortable. For example, I'll just illustrate. Recently, some 6 months back, I had a meeting with my manager about appraisal. So it's a true incident. And that time, like I had told that I like this particular thing, I had done this, that, this, everything. But instantly he tried to manipulate, he tried to convince me, and it led to confrontation. So the power of boundary, it's very important because you are comfortable and we need to tell at that time also. Then later I realize also that I'm not comfortable in this situation, or I can understand what you are saying, but how am I supposed to do this? So this power of boundary is very important because we have our own space and it avoids confrontation and we are more comfortable. And there are a lot more things which helps to have a proper boundary. Other than these things, we have certain keywords which we can set in our mind at the time of conversation. For example, whenever we have a conversation, then we can think, let me speak, let me think 1 or 2 minutes or 10 minutes before I respond. So some of the key things which we can have in our mind. Second thing is like, am I like that? So whenever someone tells anything, then you need to think about that. Third thing is you can say power of, you can say, no, I'm not comfortable with that. So these 3 things also helps in power of boundaries and for removing emotional baggages. To recap, for having a proper boundary, we need to have certain keywords, and proper boundaries helps to have a comfortable and very environment within us, and it helps to have a very important, you can say, very lead us to it will also help us not to go into the embarrassing situation. So that's all from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster. Yeah. Tanmay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Abhishek. Now, we have a second speaker in line. Before calling the second speaker, I would like to call upon our evaluator. This person is the one who is mostly known by all of us, not just speakers and Toastmasters, but in the Toastmaster fraternity in Bangalore. He is a person who is an improv artist, who loves to do a lot of things, and as per his own words, he loves to make robots work in finance. He loves to turn dull things into cool things. And there is no other than our coolest Toastmaster of speakers than Toastmaster Sankhya. So Sankhya, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanmay. So my target speaker, my target speaker, Toastmaster Samita. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance a speech. I wish all the best to the target speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster Tanmay.
Thank you. Timer, please note the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Pankaj, there seems to be some confusion. I don't have the title. Can you please confirm that?
I just posted in the group also, Tanmay.
Oh, okay. Got it. Toastmaster Samhita, adieu. Adieu, Toastmaster Samhita.
The last lap. And I was glued to the television. The man first waved, then, in his style, addressed the crowd with folded hands, a teardrop in his eyes, brushing it aside, walking up. Adieu, Captain Sunil Chetri, adieu. 6 June 2024, Salt Lake Stadium. Captain, you will shine wherever you go. I kept on looking at him for that last time with admiration, with respect and love. Now, I know cricket in India is the religion, but I love football. And this love started not today. It was when I was in my teenage years. I used to watch all the league matches. I didn't have much money back then, so the seats used to be somewhere at the back of the goalpost. Doesn't matter. I used to rush back from school, gobble up my lunch, walk to the stadium, and then watch all the matches. My friends, both boys and girls, refused to go with me. My brothers refused to acknowledge my presence. I was all alone, but me and my love for football took me to that stadium every single day. Be it heat, be it rain, I had to watch those matches. I loved it. Then I would lurk around the stadium, getting opportunities to collect autographs. I love collecting autographs of all these people. Now, during a match, it was not possible. But when there were selection matches going on, I walked in. And then there was the dawns of Indian football team. First, Mr. P.K. Banerjee, the striker, the coach of Indian team. I went up to him. Sir, I want your autograph. Come here, come here. He didn't speak much. Beside him was Mewalal. Now, Mewalal, I had heard stories about him, that he was playing a match, he kicked the ball, and then the ball bounced back from the pole. He stood there, told the referee that this pole was not of correct size. Imagine the confidence of that player. The referee said, no, nothing like that. The management team was called. They measured and they found he was correct. That Mewalal sitting in front of me gave me a big sweet smile. Come here. Signed. Gave me the autograph. And stylish Mr. Arun Ghosh, leaning at one side with his shades on. When I went, he said, what do you want? Please, can I have your autograph? Sign and give it to me. These are my prized possessions that I have even today. A few minutes later, P.K. Banerjee called me. Listen, go and take the autograph of that boy sitting in the sideline. I looked around. Yes, there was a lanky boy, head full of hair, barely 16, 17, sitting at the sideline. I was in my teens then. You can imagine the smile on my face. I went, excuse me, I need your autograph. He looked at me and said, autograph? Who asked you to come to me? I said, TM Energy, sir. He told me to take your autograph. TM Energy. And a smile lit up his face. He signed. And I came back. Later, I came to know he was what the fans called him Indian Maradona. He was none other than Kishanuddin, who had led the Indian team. I was the first one to take his autograph. Years went by. I was out of my hometown. Recently, I came back. Chetri's last match. I wanted to be there. I desperately went for a ticket. Online tickets not there. Offline, I have lost connection. I could not get. One thing didn't change. No one wanted to go with me for the match. All alone in that Salt Lake Stadium, which I don't know, it's a huge stadium. I was a bit frightened. Neither did I get the tickets. But in today's day and age, I could have the social media, the live match was going on and I was watching. I was watching that man who for 22 years played this grueling game and emerged winner. He could beat any 20 years old. Imagine the dedication, the love for that game. He didn't play cricket, he played football. That can be only out of pure passion for so many years. Today, when I look at his interviews, he says, if you want to be the best, you need to be dedicated, you need to have the discipline, you need to sleep, you need to do everything that is supposed to be boring, but that gives you result. So truly said, like a true champ. I will ask you, fellow Toastmasters, are you willing to go out, step out of your comfort zone, go and cheer those sports person who have given their life for these sports and they want us to be in the stadium? Will you go? Over to you, Tiyomoti.
Thank you to Samita. A wonderful round of applause for a football story. Definitely an adieu, a memorable moment for all the Indian football fans and all of the Indian sports enthusiasts as well. Thank you very much for sharing your personal story in this platform. Thank you. Now, next, I would like to invite our evaluator number 3, Toastmaster Upasana. Toastmaster Upasana would be evaluating our speaker team. And Toastmaster Upasana, over to you.
Thank you so much. Today, my target speaker is Toastmaster Dhwani. She will be attempting her speech, Path Effective Coaching, level 2, Project 3, Introduction to Toastmaster Mentoring. The timer, please note, the speech duration is of 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of this speech is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring, as well as to share some aspects of a previous experience as a mentor. Over to you, TM Modi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Upasana. Now I would like to call upon our next speaker, Toastmaster Dhwani, a phone call. A phone call, Toastmaster Dhwani.
Ring. Hello. Dhwani, when are you going to give your speeches? I'm just done listening to you, going on a break from Toastmasters. Come on now, get up and I want you to complete your level. This was a call that I received recently and which led me to be here today. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm sure we all have had that one phone call which has motivated us, inspired us, pushed us, encouraged us to go beyond our maximum capacity, to explore our capabilities. Agreed? And it can be from your parents, your mentor, your teacher, your friend, your family, your colleague, your boss, and whatnot. But for me, it was my mentor. Now, I want to ask you all that when I say the word mentor, what is the first thing that pops to your mind? Anybody? Please unmute and answer.
Leader.
Okay.
Guide.
Okay. Anyone else? Can I have some more answers?
Those who correct us.
Connects with us. Okay.
Someone who empowers us to be our best selves.
Exactly. Perfect. Anybody else?
Someone who brings out the best in ourselves.
Perfect. Absolutely. Like you all mentioned, a mentor is somebody who brings the best within us, who inspires us, motivates us, empowers us. It's what? Been my 4th year of being a Toastmaster. And in this journey of 4 years, I've had mentors who have shaped me, helped me to become my best. And in fact, being a mentor myself has also helped me to understand the value of creating an impact in the lives of others. I feel that a mentor-mentee bond is a very special bond. It's a very pure bond where there's no competition or jealousy. It's collective growth and learning, where you are talking and discussing things which is constructive and helps you for your career advancement, where you are open to the idea of listening to criticism and implementing them and understanding the other person's point of view. Requires some base or foundation. So every relationship has 3 basic fundamental foundations, and even mentor-mentee bond has that. First being trust, second being mutual understanding, and the third being confidentiality. And now, when I say about mentor, I want to talk about my mentor, DTM Nancy. Now, Nancy has been somebody who's been with me from past 2 years, helping me to grow and evolve as a person. She's somebody who's been through thick and thin in my Toastmasters journey as well as in my personal life. She's somebody whom I can count on. She's my friend. She's my go-to person and whatnot. She's somebody who just knows her way around things. She knows how to get through me. And every time I'm on a call with her, without even realizing, I'm up for a new challenge. Be it taking up leadership roles in Toastmasters, like being an area director or being a mentor, being a speech draft coordinator, you name it. And she's put me there. Or finishing up my speeches to complete my path. She's been there pushing me, guiding me, and just helping me become and explore my capabilities. She never takes no for an answer. Even if I give excuses, she'll be like, I know, but take some time to think about this thing and then come back to me and talk to me about it. So you see, she doesn't take no for an answer. And because of that, because of she pushing me and making me explore myself, my capabilities, it's helping me grow. So it's a good thing that she's doing it. Just the other day, on Monday, she called me, forcing me to get out of my cocoon. I told her, Nancy, I don't want to give speeches. She said, why? Because it's been a long time since I've spoken, I've given speeches. I am not feeling very confident about it also. Plus, I'm not in that right mental state. To which at first, She understood me. And then she's like, so what? It's all the more reasons why you should go for it. If you don't overcome this emotion, how will you manage? So until unless you give yourself in it, you won't be able to overcome this emotion. I get it that there has been a lot of time and there has been certain things where you have, where you're facing a lot of challenges. But then that does not mean that you hamper your growth. So how about you start giving speeches and buckle up? To which I said, okay. Yeah, I know that you can do it. So how about you finish your speeches within 3 days and complete your level? I said, wait, what, 3 days? It was what, a 20-minute call? And here I am today giving my speech and finishing my level. So I think this is what it is. I needed that phone call. I needed that push. I needed those words of hers that no, I know I believe in you and I know you can do it. At times in life, we do feel lost. We do feel that we are losing all the courage. And at times we do feel that everything is worthless. So it's times like these where you want a mentor. It's times like these where you want that support, where you want somebody to just grab you and hold your hand and say that I know you can do it. Come on. So it's times like these where you want a mentor to take you from your darkness and lead you towards the light. I have had that person in my life and I'm truly grateful for her. So now the question lies, have you ever got that phone call? And if you did it help you to get back on your feet? And if you got back on your feet, take that moment to thank them. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dhwani, and a wonderful round of applause for Toastmaster Dhwani for her speech on a phone call. Now we will move ahead with the next session, which is going to be about the table topic speeches. And there's a section where everyone else in this meeting, apart from the prepared speaker or the role taker or the members of the speakers and Toastmasters, can also participate. So without further delay, let us bring upon the person who is going to empower today's table topic section. And that is none other than our Sergeant at Arms of today's meeting, Toastmaster Venkatesh. Toastmaster Venkatesh, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sankhya. So today I'm also playing the role of the table topic master. Table topics is an impromptu skills where table topic master gives you the topic and you have to speak for at least 1 minute and maximum of 2 minutes. It is open for both members as well as guests. And it will also help in improving your thinking skills, speaking skills, and also removes from the fear of public speaking. So you have to choose the numbers from 1 to 16 to pick up your topics. So starting with the today's team mode of Master Tanmay.
I picked the number 5.
5. Yeah. Your topic would be describe your experiences, your earlier life and today's life.
Okay. My experience in my earlier life and my current life. Well, I sincerely wish to go back and time travel to my previous incarnations, as per the Hindu philosophy, you live through multiple life cycles, but that's not possible. So let me just go through something which is last year and this year, because something life-changing really happened, and that was none other than my own marriage. You may say that it is definitely two different lives when you compare last year to this year, and not even that, just before 6 months to this last 6 months. Because what happens when you get married? First of all, as they say, you gain weight. You definitely gain weight. I can vouch for that. Secondly, somehow the food that you are eating, the quality of that increases and the quantity increases proportionately. Now you are munching more on that food because there's someone else in the house who cares about what you eat. Because previously you was just if you are hungry in the middle of the night, you will just order Maggie, or you will just make Maggie, or you will order some fries or something. But now what happens is, now you're also ordering Maggie and ordering fries, but now you're ordering two portions of it and eating one and half of it. Because the other person might say, nah, now I'm full. So that's definitely one thing. Other thing, previously you had a different perspective about life. You used to think that your managers who are going in early from your offices, what are they doing? What they have to rush to? But now you are like, okay, I have to leave it at 3 p.m. so that I can reach home by 4. That's definitely there. Believe me, guys. Another thing is, previously you were, like you said, the bachelorhood. That was definitely there. And it reflects in the way of your living, in your flat, in your living conditions. Because suddenly, the frequency of washing clothes for me has increased. I don't know how. I was wearing the same clothes previously. And there's a magic there as well. The clothes that you have washed previously, they used to be stay on a chair for quite long time, and then when you want to wear it, you just press them, iron them, and just wear it. But now they are magically folded and appears in your closet. I don't know how that happens. I think there's a wizard behind me. Yes, behind me. So definitely that's a big change, and that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanmay. Please give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Tanmay. Now he has become more disciplined. So moving forward, next one is Nancy Goel. I think she's not there. Then next we have Jay Lalita. What makes you smile? Yeah.
What
Yeah,
makes me
Toastmaster.
smile? I'm always smiling, so it's most of the time like you should find incidents that don't make me smile, because this is my nature. Like I'm always smiling. So, but yeah, at times like at home with my children, like I'm a little strict mother when it comes to that. So what makes me smile is like I feel like you should take life a little light, and not react for everything. Like I see in my office, like my colleagues, like one silly thing happens, like they'll just react and they'll just get angry. So I think by getting anger, nothing happens. So it's better like you understand, go with the situation, and if possible, try to change the situation around. So that's the way I see. So, and also many small things also like can make me smile. Like even if I wake up early in the morning, like if I see the nature around me, that also makes me smile. And if I see some good acts around me, so that also makes me smile. So I always believe in not taking things very seriously. So this is what makes me keep me smile all the time. Over to
Thank
you,
you.
Venkatesh.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Lalita. Please give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Lalita. Hoping to see all the Toastmaster members smile like Toastmaster Lalita. Then we have guest.
Aditya has raised his hand.
Okay, okay. Aditya, your topic is choose your number between 1 to 16. Choose your number between 1 to 16.
Okay. Yeah, 1 to 16. My favorite lucky number I can say is the number which is 5. And
You should
which
not
was 5?
repeat it.
Sorry?
You should not repeat it because
Sorry,
5
sorry.
is already done.
Okay, okay. Any number from 1 to 16.
1. Yes.
Okay, now I choose a number of 10 or what I have to do.
Any number you choose.
Okay, okay. Okay. Yes. Okay, I can. I got the number, and can I tell?
Yes, yes.
Yes. My luck's one of the most luckiest number, and from 1 to 10, I can even say my favorite number is like 3 is my one of my favorite number, because many people would even say like 7, 10, and even sometimes it is 18, which is far from 16. But I want to create like what people wear, like if Dhoni wears 7, Ronaldo wears 7. So I want to create myself like having a 3 as a number. And so like I had a very, when I was young, I had a very dream for getting number 3 as a luckiest number. Even upcoming generation who when I become a famous player, they will wear a 3 color or 3 jersey. So that was my dream when I was young. And whenever I go with the tournaments, where sometimes in they will wear a jersey during these division matches, I will first take, I want number 3. But unfortunately, like when I wore 3 that time, seen when I saw the CSK match, Suresh when I was having 3, and something which was like I thought like he's copying me, and I was like confident, where it was like empowered myself to do something confident. So one of numbers doesn't matter, any whatever lucky it is. The matter is your confidence, which makes the number very confident. I could also say 13. Most people say it's unlucky number, but now in this flat in Chennai I'm staying is F13, and which grew so much of money. So people say 13 is an unlucky number, it's a French word and all that. But I can say my lucky number is anything. Whatever number it gives me, I like to, take it and enjoy the lucky number. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Aditya. You have choose your lucky number and you have give good explanation about it. Thank you. Please give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Aditya. Then we have Toastmaster Dhwani. Your topic would be best experience of your life.
Can you repeat?
Best experience of your life.
Okay, best experience of your life.
Yes.
Experiences is what life comprises of. Don't you all agree? If you don't have
Yes.
experiences in life, then there's no point living them. Because that's what makes life more interesting and fruitful to live. I feel that one of the best experiences that I have had so far is taking up a leadership role in Toastmasters. So I've been somebody who has never worked in any corporate, but I've worked for myself. So having an experience of learning under the leaders and taking up a role of a leader is helping me shape my skills and helping me evolve as an individual. So recently, I'm coming to an end of my tenure of becoming an area director at the US clubs in the US. And my journey has been really like a roller coaster ride because firstly, I did not know ABC about leadership until I was just put into that position. So once I did, I had multiple questions also popping up in my mind that how am I going to do it? Or will people take me seriously? Or will people, I will be leading people who are twice my age. So will they actually listen to me? So with all these questions, I did enter my role. But then once I did and I created an environment where I was not enforcing my decision, but then I was creating a democratic environment. And hence that helped me gain their trust and helped me to become a leader. So yeah, I mean, that was a good experience for me, and I'm sure there are plethora of other experiences that I have to share, but then right now this is one thing that comes to my mind. And yes, this has been one of my best experience. I do want to continue in leadership positions because I'm honestly enjoying them as well. Because it's leadership, we often mistake it as, it's all about status, power, and authority, but it's beyond that. So back to you.
Sorry for the network issue. Have you Toastmaster Dhwani?
Sorry?
Clear.
I
Am I audible and clearly visible?
Your voice is actually
Yes.
breaking in between, Venkatesh. So since you got dropped out, so Dhwani just completed his, his speech on the table topic that you have given. And let's give a
Please.
round of applause
Okay,
for
okay.
Dhwani. Yeah. And now we can move on to
Now,
the next topic. Yeah, Venkatesh.
yeah, now I'm audible. So moving with the next one, that is today's guest, Sanjay. Sanjay, are you there? Okay,
Sanjay,
then.
can you please unmute yourself if you are there? I think we should move forward, Venkatesh.
Okay. And then we have Toastmaster Upasna.
Okay, I can take it up,
Okay.
Venkatesh.
Your topic is what lifts your spirits when life gets you down.
What lift my spirit is what I asked sitting in a restaurant. And then somebody came in with a glass of beer and he said, "Hey, this is what will lift you up." So, spirit, as we know, can come in different shapes and sizes. Sometimes it comes in a bottle, sometimes it comes in a cup, and sometimes it also comes in a philosophical way as well. So, if you are sad, spirit can come along with that mug, and you can always say that, "Oh my God, my day was worse. Why did it happen to me?" And then you drink the spirit. The spirit within you, which is the philosophical one, which was sitting on the corner of your body somewhere, comes out in full fledged and wants to give you a better reaction, stating that, "Hey, I'm there. Cheer up. Everybody has a bad day, but don't you worry. We will have something to work on." Now, people who are thinking, people who don't drink, can say that, "Hey, that's not my type." For me, a spirit can come in the form of a good song, or maybe a calling up a phone call. Now, it can be to Toastmaster Dhwani or anybody else on the phone call, or it can be with your best friend as well. If you are sad, don't worry that how you are going to lift up your spirits. You can go for a walk, have a mind refresh on the outside surroundings. Of course, who stays in places like Delhi, Bengal, and now in places it's very hot nowadays, but you can always chill it up, uh, go for a thandai or something to drink on, just to cheer up your mood. And that's how your spirit will keep on, because life is like a roller coaster, as somebody said. It always has its have ups and downs as well. So cheers to that, and get for a great spirit well ahead. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Venkatesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sankhya. Please give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Sankhya. Then we are
I can take up.
Toastmaster. Yeah, Your topic is what impacts do you live on this world?
What impact do you
Yeah,
live?
do
world?
you want to live on this world?
Do you want to live in this world? Impact, a huge word. When we consider what impact I want to live, the first thing that comes to my mind is that I want the world to be a better place. A better how? By making it cleaner, greener, with loads of trees planted and living a more sustainable life. How can I lead that impact? It's good to say I want to leave an impact. But how to do it is most important. To have a sustainable life, the first thing which I usually do is buy less clothes, because most of our clothes end up in the landfill, which is a frightening prospect. Second, wastage of paper. Though we have electronic media, but there is a lot of places where we use paper. Instead of using plastic, paper is better. But can we reduce even use of paper? Can we reduce, recycle, and reuse things? To stop wasting food and making sure that you recognize the hard work that has gone on to bring that food to your plate. Not running after food which consumes a lot of water and empties that area of the groundwater. These sounds quite frightening. Then am I going to leave everything and not lead my life? No, absolutely not. Very small changes, minor changes, if we do in our lifestyle, all these are very much achievable. So when I go and I'm no more there in the world, I want people to turn around and say, yes, she lived a sustainable life. And we all admire her for that. That's my legacy that I want to leave behind. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita. Please give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Samita. Definitely, your sustainable behavior will affect our in future. We can counter the climate change. Then we have a next Toastmaster Akshay. Your topic, your topic is two things you want to learn from future from past. Two things you want to learn from your past. You got the topic? Can I repeat it? Audible? Toastmaster Sankhya, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. You have to give some time for the member to respond also. Otherwise, people are getting confused. I think we can go with Toastmaster Abhishek, because Abhishek has raised his hand. And if you can repeat the topic.
Yeah. Okay. Your topic is two things you have learned from your past mistakes.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Venkatesh. And two things which I have learned from my past mistake. The first thing is creating a proper boundary. Like whenever I used to speak to anyone, be in office or be in with a colleague or with a friend circle, a lot of time I used to be confrontational, because sometimes I used to be prove my point that whatever I am saying that is correct, but that doesn't happen. Each person, they have their own views based on what he has learned, which book, which school he has studied. So that was one mistake which I was doing earlier, till now also a lot of time. The second thing is managing emotional baggage. So whatever thing in past, like emotional echoes of conversation, whatever things were happening earlier, so those things I used to carry till now, and that has affected a lot of time in office, in personal life also, because similar situation will demand, it will keep on repeating, because once a pattern is set, then that pattern keeps on repeating unless and until you break that cycle. So these two things, one is minimizing the emotional baggage which I had earlier, and second thing is having a separate individual boundary so that I am comfortable within myself and I can communicate properly to other people without being confrontational. So over to you, Toastmaster Venkatesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek Sinha. Please give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Sinha. As you are correctly said, even my brother has a habit of correcting always others, and it takes around 3 to 4 years to remove this habit. So this was all from my side as a table master. Now I hand over to back to Toastmasters of the day, Toastmaster Tanmay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Venkatesh. A warm round of applause for Toastmaster Venkatesh for flawlessly executing today's table topic section. Now we are in the end game, and this is not the Avengers movie where you are watching for end game for Thanos to lose. This is the end game of today's meeting. But there's enough to be said about leadership. There's enough to be done about leadership, and we have heard a lot about leadership already. Before we go towards the last section, which is the feedback and evaluation, let me ask: how can you be a leader? Anyone in this group? How can you be a leader? We have talked about how others are being a leader, what qualities others possess, but how can you be a leader as well? Any question?
By
Take initiative.
understanding the situation.
Sorry? Oh, two
By
minutes as one. Lalita.
So by understanding the situation and leading the team to achieve that
Okay.
goal.
Okay. That's a personality a leader should have. But if you want to be a leader, if you want to get initiated with the leadership, what steps you can take?
So, okay, can I speak?
Yes. Yes, Vishek.
So first of all, to manage myself, like whatever inner turmoil is there, because for a forest to be green, each person must be green. So when I am happy, then I will spread that aura. If you see an example also, whatever great rishis, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, Vivekanand, so they are very comfortable within themselves. So when they are happy, they are positive, then they can influence others, then they can inspire others. So first of all, we should make ourselves happy and we should make ourselves content. Yeah, over to you.
Sure, Vishek. That's definitely a way to approach leadership, but that is basically empowering the leader within you. That is enlightening yourself on the path of leadership. But how can you take those steps toward leadership? Yes,
Can
Venkatesh.
I?
Yeah, understanding the situation better and then taking initiative steps.
So that's one thing. Veena, you were saying something as well?
Yes, Toastmaster Tanmay, by helping others in small ways, any small way possible, and enabling them to achieve their goals. And also, if you come from personal experience, a mistake or an accident you had, if you can help others avoid making the same mistake, I think that is the first step of one of the first steps of leadership.
Okay. So, Samantha, you
Can
are
I
also raising
speak?
your hand. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, can I take?
First, taking up a position of leadership, first and foremost.
First
Then
thing
we
of
can
leadership.
become a leader.
Yes.
Can I tell
Aditya,
something?
you were also saying something? Yes.
Yeah, actually, if you see a tiger, right? Sorry, the lion. He's a king of a jungle. He's a true leader. If you see, he's neither the strongest nor the largest or neither the most intelligent, but because of his attitude towards winning the task, and most important towards the winning the task, and also being a leader. Before being a leader, you need to develop yourself in each and every aspects of life, because then only you can become leader. Like for example, a cricket match you're playing, and suppose if you don't know how to hold the bat and mentally I want to become a leader means it looks little quite funny, and everybody will try to not listen to you. It'll nikal jao yahan se. So we need to understand the criteria, the situations, and also everything before becoming a leader. You need to knowledge yourself first. Then only you can develop your others.
Got it. So now I have received some interesting answers, and Tosma Akshay is still raising his hand, so I will give you one last chance, Tosma Akshay, as well.
Yeah, I think all the points the shared by Toastmasters all are agree, but also developing the I mean building a relationship with your peers or colleagues. I think that much important to become also to communicate very effectively with the people, right? I think that's something important to become a leader.
So now we have received a couple of interesting answers, and I believe that most of you have been in this situation in your life where you have to lead others, where you have to basically envision these personality traits that we just mentioned and put them into a thought action so that you can work as a leader. So the first step, that one answer that I really like the most, because all the other answers that talked about what you should have before becoming the leader, but there was one answer that I think is the right step, which is being a leader. We think that we need to have all of these personalities inbuilt before we can become a leader. But usually what happens is that until you assume that position of a leader, until you are in that situation to take a decisive call, you do not realize that you're already a leader. You doubt yourself. And self-doubt is one of the worst qualities of human beings. As Samita mentioned, the best thing that you can do is take a position of a leader. Take that a step. Once you think that you are a follower, you can follow instructions greatly. The next step is to how to think of those instructions yourself and convey it to others. And how you can do it? You can do it in your team. For example, if you are a sports player, you have a sports team, you can see that the leader, the captain, is not always the best player, but he's the one who took that responsibility to be a leader, to be the sword of not just be the sword of the team, but also be at the burning edge if something goes wrong. So how you can be a leader is that you can take those baby steps with Toastmasters. Now we also have this term renewal coming up, the basically executive committee renewal coming up as well. So there is election coming up, and that is your opportunity to be a leader. I know that we have a couple of folks over here, for example, Toast Sankhya, Toast Lalita, Toast Samita, Toast Venkatesh, who will assume these leadership positions inside Toastmasters. And I'm sure that most of you had got something to learn. The inner conflict of organizing a meeting, finding a venue, organizing events, that all are the things which teaches you how to be a better leader. But all of these come only when you have become a leader yourself by being in that position. So now while we talk about this, there is also this thing coming up that we have elections. So I want people who are like you, people who are innovative, energetic, active, to come forward and volunteer for those positions. Because if you think that I am not ready for this position of, let's say, president, let's say this position of VP education, you will never know when you are ready. But the moment you just go and take that position, because you are not alone in that journey, there are folks helping you around. Every leader is also being mentored by some other leader, someone who has more experience than them, someone who has been in that position. Do you think that Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam became the rocket scientist, the one who led the country just by being the president one day? No. He became a student. He was always a student. If you read his autobiography, he mentions that I have always been a student. He's always been learning through other people, and that's what a leader does. On this note, Toastmaster Abhishek, yes, we can take that topic as well. That your facial expression definitely changes after marriage, because now I have a leader on me as well, my boss. So yes, but now moving on, let's move towards the last section of today's meeting, which is the evaluation and the feedback session. And for this, I would like to invite our general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Lalita. Toastmaster Lalita, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanmay. So moving to the general evaluation section, I would like to divide the evaluation into three parts. So the first part would be the speaker evaluation. The second part would be the tag team's report. And the third part would be my overall evaluation of the entire meeting. So moving to the first part, that is the speaker evaluation. So we had three number of speakers. The first speaker was Toastmaster Abhishek and his evaluator was Toastmaster Veena. I will call upon our evaluator to present her evaluation. Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator Lalita. Toastmaster Abhishek, your purpose of the speech was to inspire the audience, and I think you did a very good job. I really enjoyed your speech. I like that you have delivered the message very clearly from the beginning to the end. You gave examples, and you had things to say, and you had stories to tell, and you wanted people to know what they should do and what they shouldn't do in order to have boundaries set and have their life set in order. And of course, you also touched upon a very important topic, self-esteem, which I think we all need reminders time and again, and these are important conversations to have. I also like in the end, you recapped all the points for us to have something proper to take home. And that is really nice. Coming to audience engagement, you made eye contact, you asked questions, and of course, you had voice modulation, which made it very interesting and engaging. Something I believe you can challenge yourself on is when you started your speech, you asked a question very early on. I wish you had given a proper introduction of what you're about to say, because people can interpret your speech title in different ways, in however they understand it. So I wish you gave proper introduction before you asked the question, although the question was very nice. And then I also wish that when you speak about boundaries and self-esteem, if you defined it a little bit more, and if you touched upon the concepts more and spoke about it, what it means and how it should be, then I think it would really help everybody stay on the same page. And lastly, if you made a comparative analysis, the stories really resonated with me. I'm pretty sure everybody in the room. But if you gave comparative analysis, like what you did before you set a boundary, how you failed, and how you rose from that, and next time how it improved the situation, maybe that would be really really more clear. And yes, maybe a little bit of overshooting the timing, maybe by 1 minute. And that's it. That's it from my side. Thank you for your speech, Toastmaster Abhishek. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Veena, for that evaluation. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Veena. I agree with all the points with your evaluation points. I would just like to add 2 points. The first point was like the camera settings could have been better, because like your hand gestures were not visible, so that could have been better. And the second thing is like you took around 8 minutes 1 second. So when you're preparing for a speech, it is better you see the timings and prepare the speech as per the timings. Because what happens even during this contest and all, like even if you give a speech for 7 minutes 31 seconds, like because of 1 second, you get disqualified. So it's always better to keep the timings in mind and prepare the speech as per it. So the second speaker was Toastmaster Samita, and her evaluator was Toastmaster Sankhya. I call upon the evaluator to present his evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lalita. Toastmaster Samita, you are attempting the L1P3 of the motivational strategies, and the objective of the speech was for the body language and for the vocal variety. I would love the speech. Absolutely. That was absolutely stunning, I would say. I will divide the speech into 2 parts. I mean, my evaluation into 2 parts, that what really hooked me and what could have been enhanced on this one. So the first one is you starting. When you came up to the camera, the way you presented yourself, each and every your facial expression matters a lot, especially when you are very close to the camera. Your emotion that somehow somewhat you feel a little bit of frightened when when PK Banerjee asked you, called you, there was a glow in your face which you rightly pointed out. And somewhere when you got a little bit of puzzled that, okay, what am I going to do when PK Banerjee asked me to go to that and the guy who was sitting there, which you later came to know who is Christian Nuday. So the all the facial expressions were absolutely stunning, right? So there was nothing, no feedback on that. Absolutely great work on each and everything. uh, Another thing which really hooked me was about the fun part, the humor part which you bring to the table. Some of the fun part like that, even I got the ticket or no one wants to go me. I mean, no one wants to go along with me. So you use that as a callback as well, because the first time when you used and this last towards the end, again you used it. Right. So that was a callback kind of a thing. And that was absolutely splendidly well thought out strategy, I would say, in making the humor more worked on. That even so many things happened in your life, but still that same thing keeps on happening. So that was excellently done. And so what really went well, in if I just give a high level, your voice clarity was perfectly fine. Your vocal variety was really good. Your eye contact, you were maintaining very good eye contact. The gestures were perfectly great. You know that the type of theme or the topic which you bring about, the audience awareness, that was great because everybody can relate to that topic. The comfort level when you're speaking on, that was very great maintained. uh, your unintentional movement was not much. Now, if I have to put it that what could have been worked on, one is you talked about the football part, most of the speech. A football or a picture of a football or a small football could have been added up as a prop that would have been brilliantly placed. Number one. Secondly, although I know there was a few space between the camera and the space where you were standing or sitting, but when you are coming close to the close to the camera, your head is getting cut off. And last but not the least, somewhere towards the end, you are pointing fingers that will you go. So pointing finger can denote a negative impact to some people. Some people might feel offended. So instead of this, you can always use the forehand or the like this or the end of the palm, so that people do not get offended by that one. So overall, it was a great speech. Thank you, and I wish you all the best, Samita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sankhya, for that evaluation. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Sankhya. So I agree with all the points, and I do not have any additional points to add up. So the third speaker was Toastmaster Dhwani, and a evaluator was Toastmaster Upsana. I call upon the evaluator to present a evaluation.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. My target speaker, Toastmaster Dhwani. You are a seasoned speaker, and we have hearing you since a very long time. So this speech about you being a mentee was a surprise for me because I am your mentee. So hearing my mentor is definitely a piece of cake. And my evaluation will be an amalgamation of good points and points of improvement. So let me dive straight into the good points. You have given all the crucial points of mentoring and mentee. Like as a mentee, what all things you faced, the challenges what you faced, and how your mentor made you overcome that. So that was a very beautiful point, and you have not only mentioned one, but there were several points which you have mentioned throughout your speech. The transition from one challenge to another challenge was very smooth. I must say, the way you have transitioned, I literally was like, okay, so this was the challenge, and then this is how the next challenge is about. So that was very impeccable. And the third, what I have loved is the phone call part, because usually we are unable to enact it properly because of the voice modulation or the change of your stances, but you have done it beautifully. I could actually understand your part as well as Nancy's part. So this made us, the audience, understand that what Nancy is trying to talk to you about and how you are responding. Now, let me dive into the point of improvement. Even though you have given your challenges, but I felt, in my opinion, if you would give examples, as in when you said that you did not want to give speech or you were mentally broken down, give one instance at least. Like, what did Nancy actually say? And then what was your first speech after that? So in this case, it's okay if you give only three examples, but give it with three challenges. Give it with examples so that as an audience we can connect more with you, with your situation, and we can visualize it. And okay, she must have faced this and all. Second, in my opinion, I felt the speech was bit generic because, as I said in the point one, that examples were needed. More personalization was needed. But nevertheless, all in all, since you are a seasoned speaker and the way you have brought up such a beautiful topic and made it your own was impeccable. And I saw how, as a mentee, you were empowered by your mentor, how your mentor has uplifted you. So, through your speech, we could understand that. I would request you to give more examples and the complete point of your transition and everything was very smooth. Thank you so much, Zani. Looking forward to hear more speeches from you. Thank you. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Upsana, for the evaluation. A big round of applause for her. So I agree with all your points and I do not have any point to add on. So now moving on to the second part, that is the tag team report. I would like to call the timer, Toastmaster Akshay, to present the report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lalita. I'm sharing my screen. Can somebody confirm my screen visible?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can see.
Yeah, so we had three prepared speakers. So unfortunately, all three has crossed their limit, time limit. Time limit was 7. Toastmaster Abhishek taken 8 minutes 1 second. Toastmaster Samita to 7 minutes 11 second. Toastmaster Dhwani to 7 minutes 5 second. Moving to table topic speakers, Toastmaster Tanmay taken 2 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Lalita to 55 seconds. Toastmaster Aditya, I was unable to track his time. Toastmaster Dhwani to 2 minutes 8 seconds. Toastmaster Sankhya 2 minutes 5 seconds. Toastmaster Samita again to 2 minutes 14 seconds. Toastmaster Abhishek 1 minute 40 seconds. Coming to evaluator, Toastmaster Veena to 2 minutes 24 seconds. Toastmaster Sankhya to 3 minutes 30 seconds. And Toastmaster Pasna to 3 minutes 29 seconds. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Lalita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshay, for that detailed report. I would also like to call upon, accounter. You can present the accounter report as well.
Yes, 1 second. Yes. Okay. Can you see? Yes. Sorry. Let me share the screen. Can anyone see it? Is it visible?
Yes, it is now.
Hello?
Yes, it is visible.
Hello?
It is
Yes,
visible, Toastmaster Aditya.
Yes, this is 3. Okay. Okay. I am bringing here to give the accounter the result. TM Toastmaster Abhishek used to and once, and the repeated words was which, not, feel, and they also. Then Samita Kaur used and once and repeated word was the. Then Toastmaster Dhwani used how will you 2 times. Then let us come to the table topic session. In that, Tanmay used 3 and I think Goel was not there, so I cannot track. And then Lalita was took 4 and 4 like. Then Toastmaster Dhwani used 1 like, that is 2 times. Shankai and Shangre and Samita Kaur did not use any filler words in the Toastmaster speech. Then let us tell about the Abhishek used 1 and which was I was, that was repeated. Then let us go to the evaluator Veena, used 10 and also evaluator Shankade used 2 and Upasna used 3 and which is okay. That's his final report. Overall, very well performance for everybody. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya, for the detailed report. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Aditya. Aditya, can you? Yeah, thank you. So next, I would like to call upon the grammarian, Toastmaster Akshay, to present the report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lalita. I'm sharing my screen. Can somebody confirm if my screen is visible? Okay.
Yes, we can see.
So, thank you, Sanjay. Today's word of the day was empower, and Toastmaster Veena, Toastmaster Aditya, Toastmaster Tanmay, and Toastmaster Pasana used the word of the day during today's meeting. We also, I was able to capture good words, uses, and the core thoughts for the for in today's meeting. Toastmaster Abhishek used resonate against Toastmaster Dhwani, and Toastmaster Sankhya also said that roller coaster ride, and Toastmaster Dhwani again democratic involvement, and Toastmaster Sankhya used cheer up. Those are the few today's word that liked, or I can say inspired, right? There are the one sentence, this power of boundaries can be used, could have used as the power of boundaries. These are the suggestions. Thank you, Toastmaster Lalita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshay, for the detailed report. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Akshay. Thank you, tag team, and a big round of applause for the tag team. So moving on to the third part. So the meeting started at 11:10. So it would be better if all the role takers, like if they join by 11, so that we can start the meeting at 11 o'clock. And the meeting started like the SAA, the role was performed well. He laid the ground rules. However, you can add 1 or 2 lines about the theme. And the second, the presiding officer, role performed well. He explained the history of Toastmasters. So one part was missing, like the guest introduction was missing. However, that was done by TMOD. And moving to the TMOD, the theme was explained well. And he asked questions, like he kept the audience engaged by asking the questions. So role performed well. And moving on to the table topic master. So the role was performed well, like the topics, what you gave were very unique, and also you choose all the members, gave opportunity for all the members. And the one improvement is like you didn't mention about the timings. So many of them like that guess, so they do not know. So could have just said like after 1 minute, like the timer will show green card, after 1.5 minutes it is yellow card. So you missed saying that. So it would be better if you say that, because the guests and all like who has joined the meeting for the first time, they would not be aware of this. It would be better if you add this point. So with this, I'm passing on the stage to TMOD Tanmay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lalita, for a wonderful evaluation. Thank you, tag teams, for being thorough with your evaluations and accounting everything that has been done during the meeting. Now we are at the end of the meeting, and this is where we will be closing the meeting in 5 minutes. But if you have any questions, anyone, any guest, if you have any questions, this is the moment where you can feel free to ask those questions as well. Meanwhile, let me start by asking first question. Did you enjoy it? Yes? No? Yes?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Awesome. So, hope you all enjoyed today's meeting, and we would continue to have further meetings in the future. And I would also be making a comeback now, since now I am all settled up in my new life. So I would also be coming back to these meetings more frequently as possible in upcoming meetings, and would be interacting with all of you on a regular basis. If there are no more questions, Joseph Sankey, can you please stop the recording?